similarly, right? Notice this. Bottom 20% of people own about, Federal Reserve reported the median value of stock ownership by income group for 2016. Bottom 20%, 5,800. 20 to 40%, 10,000. 40 to 60%, 15,000. 60 to 80%, 31,000. That means that, as a matter of fact, from 0 to 90% does not even make up as much value as the top 10% of people who have 365,000, right? So you can see how the whales, investor confidence from the whales, are what drive our economy. Whether you like to admit it or not, that's how it is, right? Now, of course, a lot of you guys are saying, well, Jeff, don't you understand why we're getting into cryptocurrency is to take the power out of the richest hands and put it into, do a wealth distribution thing, right? Well, you have to also understand, they're smart, okay? Wealth redistribution. You think they're just going to give up all this power because you're a part of this new renaissance, right? No, it doesn't work like that. They're going to fight back, right? So what you can do is position yourself for an opportunity that can allow you to gain in markets like this, where, most of the money, if you just take a look here, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to watch these charts. You can see by volume how much money's coming out. This is set up by the minute, so you can see we had this nice big run up, this green run up. We dumped a little bit, but you can see right here, here's someone who bought 2 Bitcoin. Here's a nice green run for a second. Let's see what happens when it updates. A little bit of red. If we take a look, you can see what the sell orders are. Someone sold almost 3 Bitcoin. So if you just watch GDAX, here it is on GDAX. I've shown you this before. I'm watching to see what some of these orders are. I'm seeing if there's any like 15 Bitcoin or here's an 11 Bitcoin. Someone just bought 11 Bitcoin. This is what I'm watching, okay? I want to know how many big whales there are. I mean, that's almost $100,000 of Bitcoin just bought right there. I also want to know if the whales are offloading. I'm also paying attention to what you guys, or the average person's doing right here, right? And this is just data, real-time data. Obviously, you'd have to watch this for days upon days upon days in bull markets, in bear markets, in sideways markets. You just have to watch this, and then that's how you're really going to get your finger on the pulse. Now, I'm not telling you guys, go be like Jeff and go drill down data like that, because I kind of geek out on data. And I'm just a big data guy. I mean, if you want to call me anything, just call me big data. Forget, you can call me blockchain Jay, right? But no, big data is what I really get down with. I mean, get up with, I should say. So let's get back into this. So I want to talk about investor confidence and how that's going to drive this market. So we just talked about how the richest people really make up the most of it, the market. The rich are still getting richer in the U.S., with the wealthiest 10% controlling 3/4 of all family wealth in the country. U.S. family wealth totaled $67 trillion in 2013. This is an article on CNN Money, right? Everyone else is in the top 50% of the country, accounted for 23% of total wealth, with an average of $316,000 per family. That leaves just 1% of the total pie for the entire bottom half of the population. The average held was $36,000 for families that fell in the 26th to 50th percentiles. But if they fell in the bottom quarter, they had zero wealth, and in fact were $13,000 in debt on average. So why am I talking about this? What is the point, right? It's because investor confidence. Now, how do we get investor confidence into this market to drive this market? Because we know Wall Street wants to get in. We know that big money wants to come in, and we know it exists, right? And we need more big money to come in to dilute the big money that already is in there, that's able to manipulate the market the way that they are. So instead of having these coordinated sell-offs, what we have now is we spread out. We need more whales, right? Because it's too centralized with just the Winklevoss twins, or just a select few people who own the majority of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. So the investor confidence with people with money. Now, let's take a look at this. Here's an example. Matt said this the other day on our podcast. He said, Jeff, you realize 100 people, or an angel investor, a Silicon Valley investor will invest in 100 companies, maybe a billionaire. Let's say this guy's got $15 billion, right? He says, well, I'll invest $1 million in 100 companies. That's a $100 million investment, okay? He spread it out. He gave $1 million seeds to 100 companies. So to us, that's like, you're like, wow, man, what can I do with $1 million for a startup? Wow, I could do a lot. Or to them, because they have $15 billion net worth, it's really not, it's not even 10% of their entire net worth, right? But what they're doing is they're taking out a bet, hoping that one or two of these companies will be the next Snapchat or the next Facebook or the next Google or the next Amazon. So what has happened, we've hit a period of stagnation where those angel investors, those big money, $15 billion people that, you can Google the list and see who's got $1 billion, who's got 15 billion, their confidence in the overall market has slowed down. So they have big mounds of money that they're not investing. Now, why do they invest money? They invest money to grow money, okay? So you need that, we're kind of saying, well, hey, take a look at cryptocurrency, because we're inviting them in so that we can dilute out the power of some of these other whales that are in there, because we know that there's centralized whales in there, right? That's part of the reason why we're seeing such manipulation take place, is because we have even though we're decentralized cryptocurrency, we still see it in the market being manipulated. I cannot count how many of you in the comments have made that same comment. Oh, this market's obviously being manipulated. And in the stock market, it doesn't exactly happen like that, where if Amazon goes down, that every other stock goes down. No, if Google goes down, it's possible for Amazon to go up. That's because they have a healthy market with a lot of different variables at play, right? So the reason I'm pointing all this out is because once we get the investor confidence in the blockchain, that's why I hold projects accountable for their deliverables on their roadmap. Because if they're able to get the confidence from these investors, that will bring in more money to the market, which drives up the market cap, which drives up the valuations. And you, the smart, thrifty investor that you are, who's been holding, weathering the storms, you know that the big money, you're not a big fish, right? So you know that big fish exist in the ocean. You could be like a little Nemo, right? You just swim around your little coral reef. But you know there's tiger sharks, great white sharks, whale sharks, humpback whales, megalodon, whatever's out there, right? You already know that exists. You can't deny the truth. So what you have to do is learn to coexist with them. And that's what we're talking about. When we're talking about investor confidence, what we need from the cryptocurrency space is more of these projects to become legitimate investments for the big money, so that they'll pour in and hold that money, and then more money will pour in too. Because remember, when they have investor confidence, they're coming in because they want to grow their wealth. They want to go from 15 billion to 17 billion or to 20 billion. But they're not going to invest if they're losing money. And in the United States and globally, really, there's been a lack of investor confidence. So when you have a renaissance like this with cryptocurrency, there's an opportunity for investor confidence to raise up and bring in new money. And you as the investor, or maybe even the technology innovator, have an opportunity here to seize the moment. But you have to be aware of this and understand how you're going to manage it. So manage your portfolio with this factor in mind, that when big money comes in, because of investor confidence. So it's really important that we don't just invest in a cryptocurrency because we like the name and we like the face behind it, but we need to make sure that what's the substance behind it? Like, what are they doing? Are they delivering on their roadmap? Where's their app? Where's their tech? You know, that's this kind of stuff that we're talking about. And that will bring in the investor confidence where the big money will come in, and you, the person who's been in back when it was less than 1% mainstream adoption, will be riding that wave, ups and downs, learning from the ups and downs, taking your profit as time comes, because you know there's going to be ups and downs. So that's the main point of this. Okay, so I want you guys to, or I want to thank you guys actually for subscribing to us on Twitter. We're at 63,000 now. We've also started an Instagram or Snapchat, AllcoinBuzzIO. You can also follow us at Twitter at AllcoinBuzzIO. So I just put that out. We just created that today for those of you who like Snapchat. And I would like to also talk about this. Which one do you like best at the current market price? Many of you said Tron at 3 cents. Let's see where Tron's sitting at right now. Tron at 3 cents is fine. I'll finally say I like Tron now at this price. This is the price that I bought in at. I'm back to even with Tron now. Great, right? Actually, I'm a little bit above even because, yeah, long story, but I'm above even. But it doesn't matter. I'm still like whatever. But this is the price range when I bought in, well off its all-time high. I would love to see it go back here so that all you guys who've held that bought up here get your money back. Even more so, I'll be honest with you. Of course, I'd like to make money or earn money, but I'm mostly hoping that this Tron project gets cranking back up so that anyone who bought in up here can sleep easy. Because I know a lot of people FOMO'd into this thing and they've been holding on like dear life. Please, guys, don't FOMO anymore. Oh man, because I don't want to see you guys have to go through that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about big money on the sidelines, big money coming into the market, investor confidence, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks to everyone who's following us on social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Steam it. See you guys.